a crowd formed, viewers, at the Central Pavilion on Bondi Beach to lay flowers a day after the shooting. Dozens of people gathered outside the pavilion to lay bouquets over a circular tribute commemorating the victims. Some held hands while others stood with their arms draped over one another's shoulders. Police were also present at the event, which took place just meters from the site of yesterday's attack. And let me just go now to Major General Sudhakar Ji, senior geopolitical and strategic defense expert. Now, Major General Sudhakar Ji, welcome. And Major General, I've been discussing since morning, and this question is coming to my mind. Trump always, and I'm bringing in America here for a reason. That is a country that if it reprimands Pakistan, Pakistan will take stock of the situation at least a little bit. Not that they listen to anyone really, but I'm just wondering, after a condolence from Trump, why are there no stronger statements coming? The question really is, why is America so soft on Pakistan?
Vaishali, good afternoon. Thank you for getting me for your show. Excellent question you have raised. Quick response to this is that as far as America is concerned and the global geopolitical churn that the global order is going through, the orientation of the global order suggests that there is a sincere and serious effort undergoing by some of the countries, particularly USA, to mainstream the non-state actors in the world. When I say mainstream, what it means and implies is that all-out effort is going in to legitimize these non-state actors. Some time back, they used to be called as jihadis and with different names. And today they have been called as handsome presidents and the leaders of so-and-so country. So if you do that openly in 21st century, then you will have more often these kind of casualties taking place. One. Number two, there is a double standard taking place, be it Donald Trump or his entire team or the USA as a nation. There is a double talk, double standard. When Pahalgam carnage took place, the Western press went on to call the same terrorists as gunmen. When a similar kind of attack takes place in any of the leading economies or the Western countries, they will be always called a terrorist. Why is it so? Because the Western press does not believe their interpretation of India growing loudly and making reckonable positions and milestones in its growth story is not going down too well. We have sent a satellite to the South Polar Moon. They will always give a headline, but at the same time, they will always say, but. Okay, so they will bring out the picture of Narendra Modi as the great divider of India or whatever, and down below in a very small font, which is unreadable, they will write the greatest reformer of the world, which nobody can read, even if you apply a lens there. So there is a very deliberate effort to run down the narrative for India against India. When it goes to the other states, like country like Australia, there are double speak, double standard. Third, and the most important point is that we need to understand the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? The bigger picture is that we, on one hand, we claimed that we have ruptured and we have decimated the backbone of ISIS way back in 2017, and we did so. The caliphate was 262 kilometers roughly across Syria and Iraq, and a lot of effort went in. I would say coalition effort. The Western alliances who fought against it very effectively, but at the end of it, has ISIS died its own death? No. You can never kill ideology. Ideology will carry on. Today, ISIS, rather than being concentrated at one point of 262 kilometers, where back in 2014 they took a pledge that the ideology, the writ of Allah is going to be spread all over on the face of the planet. They tried their best to extend the global caliphate, couldn't succeed by 2019. It is then that ISI of Pakistan extended the helping hand to ISI. They joined hands. They started their success story of establishing regional smaller caliphate within India. And within India, when I say they had a caliphate in West Bengal, they had a caliphate in Jammu, which is the global headquarters, and making use of the overground workers. They have a caliphate in Maharashtra. Maharashtra is the worst. It is the most radicalized state in our country. And subsequently, between 19 and 2023, they have been able to add on to the caliphates within India itself. And now comes the Bangladesh, and thereafter they have extended the caliphate in a non-contiguous manner, broken patches, right up to across up to Australia, and beyond that up to Auckland, New Zealand. Sometime back, if you take your memory back, you would recall that some ISIS accomplices, they were actually caught in Auckland. So therefore, what am I saying is that when it comes to 1996 document submitted by India to United Nations Security Council, it did not gather any momentum nor any convergence of opinion. We had told them to define terrorism, and a counter strategy world over. Nobody has thought about it. Thankfully, 9/11 took place, and USA was actually it was shaken up out of a deep slumber. And whatever they did for 20 years, at least they could neutralize Osama bin Laden. But did it bring ISIS to an end? No. So therefore, there is a requirement of a holistic approach to be taken by one and all. All countries have to come together. We need to identify a roadmap in which very punitive punishments have to be extended to countries whose names are coming up, like, for example, Pakistan. Pakistan must be blacklisted. And Donald Trump is doing double talk. He needs to be questioned in United Nations Security Council. We keep talking about I-5, Five Eyes. What is happening to Five Eyes? I am sure the Five Eyes are going to be targeted one by the same ISIS people if they don't actually join hands with what India has been saying. It's the wake up call for one and all, not only Australia. You look at the Australia ministry, what they're talking about this. Look at that. They're yet to call it as, I don't think officially anybody has commented till now. If it has been done, then maybe I might have missed the news. So therefore, it brings me to my conclusion that a lot is required in meaningful and substantive terms. All the whole world has to come together. The United Nations has to take a final call, and we need to create an architecture to fight against this menace as a long-term countermeasure. Any short-term, it will be overtaken by events happening in the world. Terrorism is a common threat world over. It must be faced as such collectively by one and all.